Ronald! 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 Hey, Ronald!
Here I am, kid. Hey, isn't watching TV fun? Especially when you got delicious McDonald's hamburgers.
Ronald, you can't be on TV and watch it at the same time. Now, come on and meet the boys and girls.
Oh, we've already met. I know we're going to be friends, too, because I like to do everything boys and girls like to do. Especially when it comes to eating those delicious McDonald's hamburgers. A magic tray here keeps me well supplied. McDonald's hamburgers, French fries, and milkshakes. Watch for me on TV. We'll have lots of fun.
There is perhaps no aspect of daily life as universal to all of mankind as the simple need to eat. Immediately following the fall in the garden, people have been continuously cultivating crops from the soil, hunting game for meat, and raising livestock for thousands of years up to the present day. Because of the curse, we were forced to work the land and shed the blood of animals. The bounty of creation became a vast canvas upon which waves of cultures and civilizations would produce a stunning array of culinary creations, develop incredible ways to irrigate fields and store grain, and breed all kinds of domesticated animals for labor, milk, eggs, hides, and so on. Yet all of this ingenuity and diversity of industriousness surrounding the basic daily human need to eat and drink nevertheless speaks to the astounding provision of the Creator himself. It reveals how much care and intention he actually took in making so many varieties of so many things, each designed to live and grow in a specific type of environment in different parts of the earth. But instead of marveling at the provision, we easily become so much more enamored by our own ability to process it, package it, even patent our own perversions of it. We become far more impressed by the ceaseless ingenuity of our own processes which endlessly seek to improve upon God's provision. While it might be fashionable for some people today to lament the plight of processed food and the nutrient-deprived excuse for sustenance it represents, all too often it still doesn't seem to push a lot of these folks to the point of admitting that the true crime of modern-day corporate-fueled, soylent GMO factory food is not a crime against nature, but an insult and a crime against God. It is understandable why so many people rail against this 21st century drive-through nightmare that some referred to as the Food World Order. But again, if all the plants and animals being processed into crappy meals are ultimately just different branches on the cold and different tree of Darwinian evolution, and not the exquisite creations of a personal creator, then unfortunately this would also mean that there is really no such thing as, quote, inhumane farming practices, or unjust corporate strategies, or immoral genetic tampering, or anything else. In evolution there are no rules, no design, no intentions. There is no more reason to object to the destruction of a species, or the pollution of an environment, or the poisoning of other human beings through the side effects of all our, quote, processes, than there would be to objecting to the asteroid that supposedly killed all the dinosaurs millions of years ago. When everything is reduced to nothing more than the diversified side effects of random molecular combinations, then there is no such thing as a crime against nature, or humanity, or anything for that matter. If everything is nature, and nature is merely the surviving remnants of millions of years of trial and error genetic mutations, then indeed all the machines, all the modern processes, all the corporate manipulation and McDeification, all of this which now robotically processes the rich and sustaining provision of God into plastic-wrapped products, even all of that is just a, quote, natural part of the evolutionary process, and cannot be described as ethically good or bad at all. It is simply evolution at work. But in Scripture we read, God blessed Noah and his sons and said to them, Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the earth. And the fear of you and the dread of you shall be on every beast of the earth, and on every bird of the air, and on all that move on the earth, and on all the fish of the sea. They are given into your hand. Every moving thing that lives shall be food for you. I have given you all things, even as the green herbs. But you shall not eat flesh with its life, that is, the blood. Surely for your lifeblood I will demand a reckoning. From the hand of every beast I will require it. and from the hand of man. From the hand of every man's brother I will require the life of man. Whoever sheds man's blood, by man his blood shall be shed. For in the image of God he made man.